INEC chairman to head Presidential Election Coalition Center. ICC remains a secretariat. Agbamuche Imbu is head of Situation Room. NFIU bans cash withdrawals from government accounts from March. Says over 701 billion naira has been withdrawn in cash since 2015. EFCC shouldn't be in existence, already performing police role. Agbakoba. ASU demands increase of education tax to 10%. 77 trillion naira debt. Booby trap for incoming government. PDP Afenifere expert order 1. Alarm over debt unnecessary. DMO. Federal government orders security forces to end oil theft before May 29. Ibadan PDP rally. Weekly autumn orders seek support from Makinde. G5 silent on presidential candidate. Over 3 trillion injected into privatized power sector owned by individuals unacceptable. NUEE. Police arrest couple 6 others for allegedly selling ladies' parts in Ogun. And Nasri's shift first game after Ronaldo's arrival. These and others will come your way on today's edition of Headlines After the Break. Good morning and welcome to Friday's morning edition of Headlines from 104.5 FM, Voice of the West, Nigeria. My name is Adeyemi Aboderi. The Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit has prohibited cash withdrawals from accounts belonging to the federal, states and local government, as well as ministries, departments and agencies, announcing the prohibition in his office in Abuja on Thursday. Modibo Herman Tuko, Director Chief Executive Officer of the NFIU, said the action was necessitated by the need to arrest the rate by which monies are siphoned out of the public accounts without recourse to the money laundering laws. Tuko said the rate of withdrawals above the threshold from public accounts has been worrisome, adding that over 701 billion naira has been withdrawn in cash by state government from 2015 to date. According to the NFIU boss, he had instructed all financial institutions to stop cash withdrawals from government accounts from March 1st this year, warning that any government official who flouts the order will be prosecuted alongside accomplices. He said the NFIU had told banks and government agencies at all levels to move fully online, as all transactions involving public money must be made through the banks for the purpose of accountability and transparency. And this will be a talking point on your view segment today. The directive by the National Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, to stop cash withdrawals from government account as from the 1st of March this year to ensure accountability and transparency in government financial dealings. What is your take on this? And when the time comes, the number to dial will still be a studio number 081-8777-5777. NFIU's directive on the stoppage of cash withdrawals from government accounts as from the 1st of March to ensure accountability and transparency. Ahead of next month's presidential and National Assembly elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission announced on Thursday night the creation of 2 separate committees. According to a statement by Festus Okoye, National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee. The International Conference Center, Abuja, will remain the venue of a National Situation Room and Coalition Center for the election. Chairman of the Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, is the chairman of the Coalition Secretariat by virtue of his constitutional responsibility as the Chief Electoral Commissioner of the Federation and returning officer for the presidential election. In addition, a few technical staff will assist him. A second committee is the 16-member Situation Room and Coalition Center Committee, to be led by a National Commissioner, Mrs. May Agbamoche Mbu. According to the statement, the second committee will be responsible for the preparation of the venue, seating arrangements, utilities and services, security, accreditation of party agents, as well as the national and international observers, media, among others. The statement further disclosed that the committee has since been inaugurated by Professor Yakubu, who charged it to commence work in earnest and to discharge its responsibilities diligently. And still on election-related matters, the Independent National Electoral Commission has commenced online accreditation for journalists and media organizations planning to cover the 2023 general elections. According to the flyer issued by INEC on Thursday in Abuja, interested media organizations wishing to deploy journalists to cover the election are to apply via the website. And Nigerians have been assured that Atiku Abubakar presidency will rebuild the nation's economy if elected president in the February election. The assurance was given by Vice Presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party and Governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, on Thursday at Otu Jemeri during the party's campaign in Ugele South and Etiop West local government area of the state. According to him, PDP knows how to revive the economy, as was the case in 1999 when it came into power after years of military rule. The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, on Thursday said that the January 1 endorsement of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi by the former President Olusegun Obasanjo amounted to poison for Nigerians. Tinubu, who made this disclosure in Benin during his campaign at the University of Benin Sports Center, said while he held sway as the governor of Lagos State, he was challenged intellectually over the withholding of Lagos allocation by Obasanjo over the issue of creation of local council development authorities in the state. And they having regard to the true intention of section 47 paragraph 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has been asked to determine whether the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) can, as a consequence of its own contraption and bottleneck, deprive Nigerians the right or opportunity to vote in the forthcoming general election. The plaintiff, the Incorporated Trustees of International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law, Barrister Emmanuel Chukwuka and Bruto Okeala, in their suit warned the court to declare that having fully registered and captured in the INEC register of voters and electronic database of registered voters, they and the persons they represent in the suit are entitled to vote in the general elections. They also want the court to declare that all persons who have duly registered with INEC as voters and whose names are contained in its register of voters and of electronic database of registered voters should not be deprived the right to vote in the election. The plaintiff also prayed the court for an order compelling the defendant, that is INEC, to release forthwith the permanent voters card of the plaintiffs and all members of their class to enable them vote in the forthcoming general election.
Global Leaders Academy, always a leader.
Thinking of where to get qualitative education for your child? Think of Global Leaders Academy. Our creche, nursery, primary and secondary schools are established in tandem with global standards with qualified and experienced teachers. At Global Leaders Academy, we have state-of-the-art facilities such as comfortable hostel accommodation with maximum security, well-equipped science laboratory, school buses, adequately furnished library, and many more. Oh yes, worship centers are available to accommodate each student's preferred religion. We also take our students for excursion on a regular basis. These and many more reasons are why Global Leaders Academy has been a choice school for parents who desire qualitative education for their children. Visit us today at Global Leaders Academy, located at Plot 1A and B, Oroki Estate, Lameko Junction, Oshobo, or call 0815-928-0037. At Global Leaders Academy, we are not led, we lead, and always a leader.
The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has assured Nigerians that he will secure and unite the nation if elected in the February 25 presidential election. Obi, who gave the assurance during his campaign rally in Ado-Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital, on Thursday urged residents and indigenes to vote for his party and enjoy better jobs for the unemployed youths. And moving away from politics, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Timothy Silva has charged security agencies to end crude oil theft before the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration ends on May 29. Silva gave the charge while addressing troops under Operation Delta Save during his operational visit to military formations in Port Harcourt, Rivers State on Thursday. Headlines reported that the minister visited Nigeria Air Force 97 Special Operation Group and Nigerian Navy ship Pathfinder to reassess the ongoing fight against oil theft. The minister said that the president was committed to total eradication of oil theft before leaving office on May 29. And Special Advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, has explained why his principal has not been able to remove fuel subsidy until now, even after describing it as a fraud. During his campaign ahead of the 2015 presidential election, Buhari had questioned the justification for retaining fuel subsidy and described it as a fraud. However, about 8 years after Buhari administration announced recently that subsidy will be removed in June 2023 after he must have completed his 2 terms in office, Adesina blamed his principal's inability to remove subsidy on premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, on economic and social factors. And the Academic Staff Union of Universities also has asked the federal government to increase the education tax from the current 2.5% to 10% to enable the Tertiary Education Trust Fund mobilize more funds to adequately address the decay and challenges confronting the tertiary education subsector. This came as the federal government made public the presentation of 50 new textbooks published by Nigerian authors under the sponsorship of TED Fund. Minister of Education Mailaro Adamu, who unveiled the textbooks on Thursday in Abuja, said the publications will end the dominance of foreign academic materials in the nation's education institutions. As a president, Comrade Emmanuel Oshodeke, who was attending such function for the first time in recent times as a result of the lingering face-off with the federal government, described TED funds as a brainchild of the union, while commending the agency for transforming the nation's higher education subsector. Oshodeke called for increase of education tax from the current 2.5% to 10% to enable TET Fund improve its intervention in the tertiary education in the country. And looking at a crime-related story, operatives of the Ogun State Police Command have arrested a couple, Taiwo and Salawa, and 6 others for kidnapping, killing, and dismembering a 26-year-old mother of 2, Oyindamola Adeyemi. The suspects were apprehended following a report lodged at Obalende Divisional Headquarters Ijebu-Ode by one Ojo Omolara. The complainant had reported that her neighbor Oyindamola Adeyemi left home in the morning of December 28 last year and did not return home. Ojo informed the police that the victim's phone was not available 24 hours after she was declared missing. The dismembered body of Adeyemi, according to a statement made available by the Command's Public Relations Officer SP Abimbola Oyemi, was found by a roadside on December 29. And the line is now open for your comment on the subject under discourse today. Directive by the National Financial Intelligence Unit to stop cash withdrawals from government accounts as from 1st day of March to ensure transparency and accountability. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Alaji Mufutawa.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
You see, corruption is one of our major problems. Now, there will be accountability. So the directive is quite good. It's for transparency. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke on Thursday launched the appeal fund for the 2023 emblem for the Armed Forces Remembrance Day with a sum of 5 million naira, with a pledge to expand the present level of partnership between the military and the present administration in the state. Adeleke was speaking during the launch held in Osogbo, the state capital, assured that his administration has a security sector reform which places the welfare of service personnel at the center stage. Hello, good morning. Your name, please. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Akita's contribution from the library.
You are welcome, sir.
I thought the government said you are running one account system. And when you run a one account system, I don't know why they are still, stealing money from that. So what can be done to curb, corruption and stealing of our people? Stealing of people's money should be done, for God's sake. They should do all this by thought with one account system. Once you put in a check, the accountant general, whatever, maybe the state of the federation will see. So what sort of account are we running? I think we should run just one account system so that everything that is going through the bank, the account general will see it. God bless this country. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jenny. I don't like it. Coming from Osogbo. This means that the chief is only aiming at accountability and ending corruption of federal government. It is a welcome idea. And if otherwise, the matter is laughable. Therefore, I only pray that the God will stay from Africa and they will concentrate the habit of doing it right so that we can end corruption and measure the effect in the country. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is and you see, there's only need to call there's a need for order and there's a need for people to follow the law. The law is good, but I don't think people will be able to implement it. They make law and they follow it to the letter from the implementation. It will be good. But those who say one way or the other, and people are not following what people, the intention of the law,
good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm Sonny Ajayi. Yeah, Mr. President, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, yeah. For me, I think no matter the laws or whatever, we need to revisit our value system. As long as we are very materialistic, as long as we cannot be able to explain, our source of wealth, as long as we, fed our house as people are living in Kirikiri, and as long as we want to have needs of cars, without genuine needs, no law, no policy in Nigeria will work. But kudos to these guys, and I hope they'll be able to implement what they say. God bless you, and have a great day.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Lenny, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Dr. Olafemi from Osogbo.
You are welcome, sir.
You see, Iban is welcome. It will help to stop the rate at which cash is being taken out of the public account without recourse to money laundering laws. It is bad. They are doing this just to corrupt purposes. So it is good. I even prefer that the ban will start by February so as to call for corrupt politicians. Good morning.
Good morning. The Ondo State government has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Ikari Akoko in Akoko Northeast local government area following a violent clash in the town on Tuesday. This was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Akure by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Richard Olatunde, who said the curfew takes immediate effect. And let's move to the sports arena. Al Nassr have been forced to postpone their first Saudi Pro League game since confirming the arrival of Portuguese superstar Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was officially presented as a Nassr player on Tuesday after signing a 2-year contract with the Saudi outfit, who have reportedly made the 37-year-old the highest paid player in football history with a €175 million a year deal. Ronaldo started training with the club after the conclusion of the glitzy event at Mosul Park, with his focus now locked on readying himself for a highly anticipated debut in the Middle East. And Al Hilal striker Odion Ihalo has emerged Nigeria's highest ranked player in the International Federation of Football History and Statistics, world best goal scorer following his exploit last year. Ihalo finished 2022 with 28 goals in the colors of Al Shabab and Al Hilal, both of Saudi Arabia. The former Manchester United striker occupied the 34th position in the overall ranking released by IFFHS. Ihalo, a former Watford star, netted 21 goals in the Saudi Pro League, 3 goals in the King's Cup and 4 in international competition. And lastly, Nigeria international Taiwo Awoniyi has stressed that Nottingham Forest must keep their momentum going after first away win of the season. Awoniyi scored a first half goal to give Forest a 1-0 win over the Saints at St. Mary's on Wednesday's night. And this will be a convenient spot to say my bye on this morning edition of Headlines from 104.5 FM, Voice of the West, Nigeria. My name is Adiyemi Abodere. The producer of the program has been Muturayo Ayegbayo, while the production advisor is Abimbola Babatunde. My colleagues will be around tomorrow morning for another edition of the program. From the crew in the studio here, I'm saying good morning to you all.
the best in news, sports, music, documentaries, news analysis, and lots more. Tune to OSBC Radio 104.5 FM.
Everyone is at the table for lunch. Mom is bringing in the jollof rice, and then...
John!
Sorry, Mom.
Hello? Can I order some jollof rice to be delivered?
Mama saves the day. Lunch is here.
Mom, I got some Coke too.
Just come and eat, Joe.
Cook up memorable moments because family lunch and an ice cold Coke make a recipe for wonder. Coca-Cola, real wonder.
Yes, strut up. OSBC Radio 214.5 to the world. Yeah, man, state of Ashu. Yes, no must come by my car and make a do this. Yes, strut up, fire set to me. Boom.
OSBC Radio, voice of the West you can trust. OSBC Radio, voice of the West you can trust. 104.5. Voice of the West you can trust. 104.5. Voice of the West you can trust.
Don't worry, don't you fret. OSBC, well it's a 104.5.